Have you ever found yourself in the middle of a large body of water when, out of nowhere, a giant kraken emerges and you have to take care of it with your adventuring party, and you're left with this giant pile of dead kraken, and you don't know what to do with it? Well, today we're going to take care of that by pulling inspiration from dungeonmeshi by making a kraken parasite meal fit for rough and tough adventurers. Let's get started. First on the list is we need to make our sauce. So in a medium bowl, we're going to combine either water or dashi along with soy sauce, mirin, and sake. We're also going to add some sugar and some sliced peeled ginger and mix this together. Working on the kraken or squid, I'm using Rhode Island calamari. It comes cleaned and frozen from Walmart. I'm going to insert my knife into the mantle and make an incision to one side. Make sure that goes all the way down. You might have to take your knife to the very tip of the mantle and slowly spread that apart. And then we're going to take our knife and make one incision down the center. We're going to make very shallow cross hatches into one side of the mantle. We don't want our knife to go all the way through. It's really, really important that your knife is sharp when you're doing this. If your knife is dull, you run the risk of not only cutting yourself, but you'll also cut all the way through because you're going to be using more pressure to make those incisions. So you'll see it does not go all the way through, and we're going to actually put this in the marinade. So we're going to repeat this for all of the mantle pieces, and then we're going to add the tentacles in there as well. We're going to let this marinate for about 20 minutes. Now, Senshi serves the kraken on skewers, so we are going to as well, but do not use dry skewers. Soak your skewers for at least 10 minutes in some warm water. We're also going to make some rice to serve our squid with, so we're going to just prep some jasmine rice. I'm using jasmine rice. You can use just your run-of-the-mill short grain white rice. You can use sushi rice. You can use whatever rice your heart desires, but the only thing that matters is that you wash your rice. Wash your rice. I know you've heard me say that before, so wash your rice. Wash your rice. Take the time and wash your rice. It'll turn out much better, trust me. So we're going to add this to our pot. I use the finger method and a sauce pot to cook my rice. You can use a rice cooker if that's more your speed, but this is easy for me and it comes together in like 20 minutes. So once that's ready to go, just put that off to the side and we'll get cooking. To skewer your squid, you're going to take a bamboo skewer and you are going to kind of run it in and out of the squid all the way from the bottom to the top. I feel like it's not too difficult, but this is what it'll look like. You're just gonna pull it out so it's nice and flat, so when we cook it in the pan, it's not going to like crease up and fold up. And we're just gonna repeat this for all of the squid pieces that we have. You can see some of them I'm gonna use 2 skewers because they're a little on the wide side. Just, you know, do what your heart desires. It's fine. Once the squid has all been skewered, we're going to pull out the tentacles from the marinade and just set those off to the side on our cutting board. Don't worry about that, we'll come back to them later. Now, in a medium pan over high heat, we're going to get it nice and hot, and then we're going to pour in our sauce. We're going to reduce the heat to medium. We're going to bring the sauce to a rolling boil. It's going to get a little foamy like this, and then it'll start to boil. At this point, we're actually going to add in a piece of fish. You can use a white fish for this. It's actually recommended, but I am using a piece of salmon. We're going to boil the salmon over medium-low heat for 12 minutes. The fish will be fully cooked at 8 minutes, but the flavors from the sauce will fully infuse around the 12-minute mark. Once that's done, we're going to pull the fish out of the sauce and set that on a plate. We're going to continue to reduce the sauce on another burner while we cook our squid. All right, in a large, shallow pan, we're going to bring the heat of the pan up to high. We're going to get this pan nice and hot. We're going to add in a little olive oil or some avocado oil spray, and we are going to pop our squid down only a few skewers at a time. We don't want to overcrowd the pan, and we're going to cook these for 2 minutes maximum on either side. 2 to 3 minutes maximum. You do not want tough, chewy squid. Yeah, it'll be a little chewy because that's just the nature of squid, but you do not want it tough to chew. So 2 minutes maximum over medium-high heat. We're going to flip these halfway through, Add a smidgen of sauce while they're cooking in the last 30 seconds. We're just going to give the pan a nice shake. And then once these are done cooking, we're going to remove them from the pan and put them on the plate with the fish. We're going to repeat this for all the squid that we have left. Okay, so toss your calamari tentacles in a little flour and cornstarch, and then we're going to put some oil in a pan over high heat. About this much. We just want enough that we can submerge the tentacles partially in the oil, and we're gonna fry them for about 2 minutes on all sides until they're nice and golden. Hooray! You did it! It was that easy. Ta-da! And this is it plated all together. So this is the squid, the fish, and the little squid tentacles all plated together. I gave everything a brush of this really, really delicious sauce. It's from Masaharu Morimoto's cookbook. I will link that in the description below. But as always, recipes are always down below. But it was so tasty. The squid was not chewy at all, and everything was so flavorful and delicious. That brings us to the end of the episode. If you liked what you saw, smash that like button. If you have any comments, questions, or suggestions, drop those down below. I love to hear from you. And make sure you're subscribed and ring the bell for notifications so that you know when new videos go live. And that's it. So adventurers, make sure you do something nice for someone else and take care of yourselves. And I will see you next time. Bye-bye.